I've never had so many problems in all my life as I'm having today.
Try again. I don't know if you know this and if you do this, but sometimes my intros and outros take like 5 takes. I don't know why. It's always the worst part. Everything else is so natural. All right, so today we're doing a little Q&A with my fellow YouTube vlogger, Rich Cove from Rich Cove Photo. Everybody say hi to Rich.
How you doing, guys?
Hey, how's it going, Rich?
Good, thanks.
And for those of you guys who don't know, Rich has got a pretty popular YouTube channel in the UK. He's in the UK, and he does a lot of similar stuff I do. He's vlogging a lot and doing some creative stuff, and so we thought we'd do a little Q&A, and I wanted to ask Rich some questions. So, Rich, let me ask you first, are there other vloggers that you watch that you get inspiration from?
Yes, there is. There's a couple of people that I tend to watch. I tend to watch the growing channels rather than the supersonic channels. There's a couple of guys that do fishing videos because I've done some fishing in the past and quite interested in it. They do some really good creative work with their vlogs. They have plants, they pan the plants and then show you about the fish and tell you a story and then continue on. I've started watching Randy and Anna just lately. I find them really interesting. They started to be more creative in their vlogs, and of course Casey Neistat, which was I've not really got watching him until the last couple of months or so, but I do find his vlogs really interesting and creative. Is he an inspiration? I guess in some way there is some sort of inspiration from him, because I just find even the way he talks to the camera, it's just, and some of his insights and his passion that he's got is just amazing. So I guess I am influenced by quite a few vloggers on YouTube.
Yeah, I totally agree. Casey, I get a lot of inspiration of how he sets his shots up, some of his time lapses, and like you said, the way he talks to the camera, just the way he makes his videos. I would love to be that good, and I definitely take some pointers here and there from him. So my next question is, if your channel got super popular and you were just, money was rolling in, would you quit your job? Now for the audience who don't know, you're a psychiatrist, so you've got a pretty professional job, but would you ever quit if the money was right, or if you could make a living just vlogging?
There's a real easy answer to that, and that's yes, of course I would.
I think I completely agree with that one. So, all right. So my next question is: of all the videos that you've done on your channel, do you have one that was the most fun to make?
That's a great question. That is a great question. I just get so much pleasure out of it. I think one of the latest videos that I did, the creative vlogging video, I quite enjoyed making that. I managed to walk down out towards the sea, and the sea sort of bends around and there's a big stone area, what's called Hamble Point, where no one walks around and no one really pays any attention. So I managed to get out there, and then I thought what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of a time lapse of me walking up the beach, zigzagging up to the camera, and just had some real fun doing it. It was a beautiful day. So I think that is the one I've had the most fun doing of the new sort of era, as it were.
I really liked that video, and I know what you're talking about. You did have a beautiful day in the beach. It looked great. It really did. That was a great video.
Thank you.
All right, so my next question is, what advice would you give to somebody who is just starting out vlogging on YouTube?
Okay, don't give up. I think, there's this misconception from people that you start a channel and people subscribe to you and you get views and you get subscribers and you get views and it just builds really quickly, which is not the case. I think it takes a lot of time and effort to put a vlog together, as you well know. So I think the best advice, or there's two really major things in YouTube for me, is one, keep going, and two, whenever you get a comment or a positive comment on your video, do your very best to reply to that comment. people like to interact with you, and if you interact with them and build that relationship, it will help your channel grow.
I totally agree. I think that's some great advice. I think that yeah, I used to work at Guitar Center and I play a little bit of guitar, and I'd get a lot of new kids that wanted to play guitar. They're new to the instruments at all, and they want to learn how to play. And they'd ask me, for advice, and I always say basically the same thing. And I agree. Don't expect to start out and be amazing. The, Even the 1 in a million kid that has this incredible talent had to start by not being very good. And it's the same way with YouTubing. Don't be discouraged if you're not that good at first, if you don't get a ton of views. And sometimes you could be amazing at YouTubing and not get a ton of views because nobody just knows you're there yet. It's going to take some time for that snowball to start going and building, I think. So I agree. Don't give up. Even if you're getting 2 views a day, just keep doing it. Eventually you'll be getting 100 and 1,000. And the more you do it, the better you get. You will eventually become successful at it if you never give up, I think. Even I see some really, what I would, in my opinion, really bad videos that are hugely popular. And even if, in my opinion, they're bad, there's a lot of people out there that do find them amusing or for whatever reason enjoy them. And so, no matter what, if you keep at it, I think YouTube is one of them things that eventually it'll come to you.
I think you're right, and there's another thing to add on to that, and this may be a different conversation, is about make sure that your channel's across different platforms, not only YouTube, but Twitter and Periscope and Snapchat, and so you interact with all those people and you drive them towards your YouTube. I think that's a whole new business plan around your channel and everything like that.
Yeah, but I think that is definitely a must-have nowadays. You've got to have a network of other platforms that you're bringing people in with, because you may have friends and family on Facebook that you talk to all the time that are close friends or family that really don't have much of an idea of what you're doing on YouTube. Maybe they're not hip with YouTube or things like that. So I think you have to bring that all together. I got a tech question for you. I know you've got the AX33, and I know you've got your GoPros, and I know those are pretty much your main cameras now. Am I right?
Yep, that's right.
Now, what do you use when you're out and doing a vlog? Which one? And let's say you're going out on a vlog, and you're going to film that day, and you've only got room to take one. Which camera do you bring?
GoPro.
GoPro?
Yeah, it's a little bit more inconspicuous than my great big massive Sony 4K, although it's only a small camera, but it does look, especially when I've got the woofer on the top as well. And but this has got an amazing stabilization on the lens, so I can hold it like this and talk to the camera and the picture will be totally still, where the GoPro gives you that little bit of movement. But the GoPro is so versatile. I can hide it in different places, and that would be my number one pick up and go camera. It would be the one that I pick off the side to go if we're just going really quickly out. So GoPro all the way.
I think we agree on that one too. I've got other cameras I like to use for different situations. I've got one that can zoom really well, whereas the GoPros don't. But the GoPros are so versatile. There's so many things that the GoPro works for, whereas other cameras, it's a small variety of things that fit for that, for that type of camera. So yeah, I do the same thing, the GoPro every time.
Sure, and you can sort of something that I do sometimes, and this is a bit of a tip, and you probably do it as well. If you know you're going to need to zoom in a little bit on the camera, shoot in 4K, and then in post edit crop it, and you'll be able to, even if you get it down to like 720 image, it's still a good quality image, and it's allowed you to zoom in on especially in Premiere Pro. It's easy to do.
Yep, I actually do that a lot. Now I don't have the Hero 4 yet, so I do have a 4K option on the Hero 3 Plus Black Edition, but the frame rate is so low that it's kind of shaky. You know what I mean? I think it's like 15 frames a second it can shoot with in 4K. So I usually keep it in 2.7K and it'll do 30 frames per second in it, and then I can zoom in with that, and that does help a lot. Back before I had a camera that could zoom, that was the only way I really could do it. Well, I really appreciate you answering our questions, Rich, and I really appreciate you doing this Q&A for my viewers. I hope all my viewers check him out. Go to YouTube and go to Rich Cove Photo. I'm going to put a link in the description below so you guys can get directly to him. He's not hard to find, though. He's got some great videos, and I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys enjoy Rich Cove's videos in the future, because I'm sure he's got a lot of cool stuff coming. And we'll see you guys all next time, and we'll see you later, Rich.
See ya.
Peace.
Peace.
Oh, goodness. You still there?